Hi fire signs, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be your mid-monthly love and general reading. Now this reading will be for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars and Venus. Okay, now let's get cracking on with your reading. I hope you are all well and taking care of yourself, fire signs. So let's go and look at what is in store for you, Aries, from now until the ending of March 2020. Happy birthday to you also, Aries. I hope you are enjoying your birthday. All right, so the first card that we have, is the Six of Rods. So Aries, I'm feeling like you're really thinking about your finances and career at the moment. Some of you are really thinking about work is at the forefront of your mind. I'm feeling with the Six of Rods, because the Six of Rods speaks about success. It speaks about, work, career, being recognized for what you bring to a certain job, being recognized for your qualities, your attributes, right? So for some of you, you could be really thinking about what you would like to do moving forward in terms of your career, especially with, what's going on around the world. It's giving you food for thought. It's giving you a chance to really think about, what is it that I want to do that's going to make me happy. Some of you may have felt that you were doing things that weren't making you happy, and now you may feel like you have the opportunity to really embark on that career that you really wanted to do, i.e. you may decide to do something online. Some of you may decide to put yourself out there. Some of you may decide to do something creative. I'm feeling like, singing, drawing a picture, writing a book for some of you, right? But I'm getting a sense that for some of you, you may feel like this opportunity that you have now is allowing you to focus on the things that you couldn't do beforehand, because it may have been a situation where it was just go, go, go with you. You didn't have enough time to really think about what you really love doing. And I feel that some of you could be dancing, taking up a lot of dance. Some of you could be singing as well. There's something creative that you want to do. Some of you are starting a YouTube channel or thinking about starting some sort of YouTube channel, something creative to, release to the public is what I'm seeing here. I feel like you are getting a lot of downloads as well. And for some of you, you've put things off, but now it's the opportunity for you to really tackle those things that you've been putting off. Because I get a sense, for some of you, there may have been some sort of insecurity around something that you wanted to do, but you're being led to take that opportunity and do it, is what I'm seeing. In regards to your relationship, Aries, with the Six of Rods, some of you could be connecting with a Leo. For others of you, you may have Leo in your chart, but I feel like some of you could be thinking something, there's something to do with Leo season. Some of you may feel like, I'm going to release this project, or I'm going to go on holiday with my partner in the summer. There's something around Leo season, but I get a sense that in regards to your relationship, you're feeling very positive about your relationship. Some of you are in commitments already, or some of you could be in long-term commitments, and it could be a lot of back and forth communication. At the same time, you're feeling very secure within your connection. Some of you could be making plans with a partner, specifically if they are a Leo, with coming to visit them, or them coming to visit you during August time. There's something about August season, right? But I feel that in terms of your love life, you are feeling positive, you're feeling stable, but I feel this is more so with the Six of Rods. This has got to do with work for me in regards to you. Some of you are really thinking about, what you can do in order to gain some sort of recognition, right? And some of you are feeling stable within your job positions as well. It's what I'm getting. You could be waiting on some sort of money. Some of you could be getting some sort of payout, something along them lines is what I'm seeing here. And we have the Ace of Swords as well. So I'm not really feeling love for you, Aries. I'm feeling more career. I'm feeling more thinking about expanding your horizons. You're thinking about opportunities. Now you're trying to seize the opportunities. And for some of you, not trying to, you're actually doing it. Some of you are manifesting in what you would like to bring into your life. But with the Ace of Swords, I feel more so this has got to do with, you know, some of you may have a Mercury in Libra or a Mercury in Aquarius, but I feel more so that Aquarius has gone into Saturn, you know, and Aquarius and Leo are opposing each other. So, you know, on one hand, I feel for some of you, you may feel some sort of restrictions around what you can and can't do. And yes, we are all in isolation. And for some of you, because you are Aries, you are a very action orientated sign. You want to, you know, you are a leader and you don't really like to feel restrained. But at the same time, you may feel like this is an opportunity and a time for me to really think about what I want out of my life. And I see and feel that some of you are brainstorming. Some of you could be communicating with others. There's a lot of communication going on here, right? Communicating with partners, especially if you have some sort of long distance relationship online, communicating with friends, communicating with family. But more so, I feel that there's a lot of brainstorming and a lot of downloads are, you know, being loaded onto you is what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Swords here. You're gaining a lot of clarity. You're having that aha moment, right? Some of you could be cutting people off. And I feel like you are anyway, because we, like I said, we are all in isolation. But I feel that some of you are really assessing your life and who you want in your life and who you want to remain in your life after this period, right? And some of you could be isolating yourself from people in the now indefinitely is what I'm getting. But with the Ace of Swords, I feel, you know, strongly you're very much being very mental. You know, some of you could be reading, gaining a lot of information, surfing the internet, especially if you have an area in which you want to focus on and which you want to study upon. You're really trying to gather up information about this particular project, this particular idea. So this is a time for you where you're feeling quite triumphant that you're in isolation for some of you, and you're using this to the, you know, its benefits. Like, I can do the things that I want to do now. I can study. I can do the course that I wanted to study. I can, you know, really teach myself now. I can really brainstorm now, because you know that by the end of this, you will be victorious. There's something about Leo season is what I'm getting here. And we also have this card for your advice, Aries. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay. And it's a South Node. So for some of you, you may have a South Node in Leo. Okay. There's something to do with Leo here with the Six of Rods and the sign of Leo on this card. And I feel for some of you, like I said, I get a sense that some of you are using this time to cut people off, right? Indefinitely, and also to leave things behind that you feel no longer serve you. So some of you are really thinking about your job. Some of you are thinking about not going back to a job or embarking on a new situation, feeling that the situation that you was in before was in the past. This is an opportunity for you to branch out into the new. So you are in the releasing phase is what I'm getting here. You're feeling hopeful about it as well. But I get a sense for you, Aries, that you're using this time to embark on the things that you couldn't do in the past, right? You're not seeing this as a opportunity of being, you know, restricted in any, you know, some of you may feel quite, like I said, Aries is a sign that, you know, is out there, it's out and about. You are the leaders, right? But at the same time, I feel that you are really stabilizing yourself. I know we haven't got any earth cards, but some of you are really using this time to keep still instead of always being on the go, and using this time to brainstorm, using this time to, you know, network. And when I say network, I mean like surfing the net, getting information. Okay, so this is a very positive time for some of you, and you're thinking about the future as to where this project or, you know, whatever you're trying to cook up, where it's going to take you. And you realize that you need to start, you know, like a baker, you know, putting the cookies in the oven, waiting for it to cook. You realize that this is going to take some time, but by the summer, for some of you, you're going to see your dreams manifest. Okay, this is what I get for you, Aries. All right, so please like, share and subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. Moving on, let's move on to Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars and Venus, please. Okay, so Leo, we have the Lovers card. Some of you could be connecting with a Gemini, but more so than that, I feel, with the Lovers card, Leo, your thoughts and feelings is around love. Now, some of you may feel like you're separated from a partner. You could be in a connection with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars or Venus, or some of you could, there's something about June here, okay, June or July. Some of you may feel like you will be unable to see your partner until June or July, being unsure about how long this lockdown case will be, right? There's something about June. And I feel that some of you may feel isolated and separated from a lover, from a partner, okay? And you may feel that, you know, I won't see this person until the summertime. And God, the universe, has orchestrated this. And although I miss this person, you know, it's what's meant to be in the now. If we are to come back together, we will come back together. If this person is not for me, then they will be, you know, released from my life. But I feel a sense with yourself, Leo, that there is a bit of sadness in regards to being separated from a partner, but looking at the higher meaning of the separation, right? Because there's an inner knowing with you that you will get back together with this person. You will manifest this person back, or you will see this person again, right? But you know that there's a higher power that's orchestrating, you know, the whole situation that we're all facing in the now. You're looking at the higher meaning. You're not sitting down there basically feeling sorry for yourself because you're separated from a partner. But there is definite love here. There's a soulmate love here. You may feel like, you know, I've met this person through manifesting this person in, and this is my ideal match. And I feel like this person may feel as though you're the ideal match, but there's an understanding of, I have to release you, I have to let you go. Okay, so I feel like some of you are in that phase now. We also have the Two of Pentacles. So some of you are definitely focusing on your money. Okay, some of you may have Virgo in your chart, but I feel more so this is like a work card for me. Some of you are trying to balance out your finances. Some of you could be worrying about your finances, but I'm not really getting that. I feel more of the focus is on your love life. Some of you may feel as though you have your finances under control. So there's not much of a worry here. Look at his face. His face is quite at peace, right? But I get a sense that some of you may be thinking about saving, or some of you could be thinking about money that's coming in. Some of you are thinking about curbing your finances during this time as well, and not spending for the sake of spending. So there's an element and an energy of, I've got this under control, but if I overspend, I'm going to be in the red. I need to keep this under control. I need to keep my focus on my finances, on my outgoings, is what I'm getting. There's an energy of some of you wanting to just splurge, right? But you're just being very rational about the whole thing, is what I'm getting here. I feel most of your reading, Leo, is more to do with love. And some of you, again, with the Two of Pentacles, with the Lovers card, some of you could be connected with a Virgo, or you can have Virgo in your chart. I feel like you're trying to keep your emotions under control about the situation. Okay, there's a definite soulmate love that is a soulmate relationship, I should say, that you are in at the moment. And or some of you, my singles, may want to connect with a soulmate, but you may feel like you can't during this time. Some of you may have reached out to someone, or someone may have reached out to you. There could have been something about meeting up with someone for the first time, but because of the situation that the world is in at the moment, that had to be put on hold, right? You're unable to meet up with this person, you're unable to connect with this individual, but you're keeping quite balanced about that, is what I'm getting. So I'm feeling some sort of peace and harmony and an acceptance of a love situation. I may not see this person, but I'm accepting that, right? Or I need to curb my spending because I don't want to be in the red, right? But there's a, you know, in regards to money, I don't really feel there's an issue of you worrying about money, is what I'm seeing here. Now let's take a look at your advice, Leo. Okay, so we have look at the bigger picture. Okay, full moon in Sagittarius. It could be something around the full moon in Sagittarius. Some of you could be connecting with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars or Venus, specifically a moon sign Sagittarius. But this is saying to look at the bigger picture. And some of you may even have Sagittarius in your chart. And I feel like with this card, it's basically saying that you're embodying the energy. Some of you could be embodying the energies of a Sagittarian. Now, Sagittariuses are very optimistic. They're very positive, right? They look at the higher meaning of things. And that's what I sense here with the Lovers card, right? Because there's an energy of you having some sort of acceptance about a situation, okay? And you know, Sagittarius and Gemini are opposing. They oppose each other. So on one hand, yes, you want this fiery passion and you want this this love, but on another hand is the energy of, I have to look at the higher meaning to this. I've got to be very logical, like a Gemini. I've got to you know, analyze the situation in an analytical way, like a Virgo, but I've got to be detached like a Gemini, detach myself from this emotion, detach myself from this wanting, this needing, and look at the higher meaning of the situation. Sagittarius, ninth house, right? So this is indicating to me that you're looking at the situation on a spiritual level. You're looking at, you know, what the world is facing as a whole on a spiritual level. Your situation is not any different from anyone else's. If they're living, if they're in a relationship and they are not living with a love partner, you're assessing and understanding that it's not just me that's experiencing this loss, this deep sadness, or this separation from a partner. You know, it's a collective feeling. And also you're understanding that I have to look at the bigger picture of this. If this person's meant to be in my life, they will come back. If not, then they will leave. And also there's something around the full moon in Sagittarius. I know that we just had a moon in Sagittarius that, you know, I think it was about last week or something, but there's going to be another one coming up. So there could be something around the full moon in Sagittarius, okay? Full moons are about releasing as well. And again, I feel some of you could be releasing a Sagittarius individual or a moon sign Sagittarius or a Gemini individual. And you're looking at the higher meaning, not to say that you're going to release them and never connect with them again. But again, like I mentioned before, it's the energy of this has to be this way for now. So there's the energy of you feeling quite balanced in terms of your emotions and acceptance, balance within your finances, not over worrying, not over fixating and panicking about your money, your finances. But I feel more so with you, Leo, your focus is on love, but you're looking at the bigger picture of your love situation and what's going on, you know, in the world as a whole. So that's for you, Leo. Please take care of yourself and I will speak to you soon. Let's move on to Sagittarius. We're just speaking about you, Sagittarius. Some of you may be connecting with a Leo, so you may want to go and check out Leo's mid-month reading. Okay, so Sagittarius, we have the Star card. Okay, when I saw this card, I automatically felt that it has something to do with Aquarius going into Saturn, going into Aquarius, right? Saturn has gone retrograde. It was in Capricorn first and foremostly. Now it's retrograde into Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about detachment, isolation. And this is when this whole self-isolate epidemic occurred, right? It happened in other countries, but now here in England, we are all self-isolating. And we'll have to do so for the next 2 weeks, okay? And it makes sense because when Saturn went into Aquarius, that's when things became really serious. You know, the Prime Minister, you know, he done a speech on television, you have to self-isolate, and he broke down the reasons why, etc. Beforehand, children were still at school. No one didn't, we knew that this time was going to come, but we wasn't given the green light. But it's like as soon as Saturn went into Aquarius, this is when everything was on lockdown, right? Here in England anyway. So I feel like you are in a period of being in isolation, but you're using this time, Sagittarius, to really get in touch with yourself spiritually. You're really trying to find the higher meaning of what's going on. You're really trying to find a higher meaning of what you want out of life, what you can bring into your life. Some of you are focusing on some sort of spiritual connection. Some of you could be connected to an Aquarius. You may have Aquarius in your chart, Moon, Rising, Mars or Venus. But I feel that some of you are really focusing on some sort of a deep spiritual connection that you have with someone. And you may be, there's something to do with being cleansed. Some of you are feeling that you know, during this sense of isolation, it's cleansing you. Some of you, I feel, are definitely meditating, doing more prayers, taking, you know, baths, maybe sea salt baths, but you're using this time to cleanse yourself, to balance yourself. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of prayer going on with you, Sagittarius. And I definitely feel a sense of, there's a lot of hope. Okay, some of you could be in positions of power at work. Some of you could be supervisors, bosses, or some of you could be thinking about your career prospects during this time, about what you want. You know, do I want to go back to my job? Or, you know, when I go back to work, I want to be in a higher position. You know, some of you are really thinking about the future of what you want to, you know, bring into your life. I feel there's a lot of manifesting going on with you, Sagittarius, as well as prayer. Some of you are thinking about a love connection as well. Some of you could be, you know, trying to telepathically, and I shouldn't really say trying to, you could be actually communicating telepathically with a partner. You're really believing in the higher beings now. You know, some of you may have been non-believers, and I'm getting a sense that some of you are really, you know, getting in touch with your spirituality, believing more in the universe, believing more in God, meditating. Some of you, there's something about stones here, there's something about the water here, but you're really using this time to connect with source is what I'm seeing here. We also have the Chariot card. It's something to do with July for some of you. Some of you may feel like, you know, you will come out of this period of isolation maybe in the summertime. Now, again, some of you want to see someone. Could be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars or Venus, or an Aquarius, or you could have these signs in your chart. And I get a sense that you may feel that you will see or connect with an individual or individuals when it is, you know, June, July. There's something about June, July here with the Chariot card. That's Cancer season. So I get a sense that for you, Sagittarius, I'm feeling some sort of acceptance about a situation, about the situation that we're all in at the moment. But you feel that once things are healed, then you'll be able to make a move again. And that could, you know, resonate with love. That can also be to do with work as well. There's some sort of action that you want to take, but it's almost like you're feeling that you have to put a stop to it. You have to wait and you have to heal. So I'm getting a sense for you, Sagittarius, that you're using this time of, you know, to reflect. And there's a lot of hope that is associated with these cards as well. So you're feeling, because Sagittarius are very optimistic individuals. And you're using this time to look at the higher meaning of a situation. Maybe look at a higher meaning of your relationship. Is this a person I want to be with? And for some of you, you're coming to a realization that, yes, this is my soulmate. This is a person that I've wished to, you know, I wished upon a star to meet this person. For some of you that are single, you may feel like, you know, there's something to do with the internet here. Some of you could be connecting with others on the internet, love interest on the internet, and feeling that you won't be able to connect with this person until, say, June, July. For others of you, I get a sense that you may feel that you're with someone that is like a star, you know, and you want to go and see them, but you're in two minds about going to see them. There's something about, I've got this love interest, or I'm very in love with this individual. I want to see them, but I can't. That's what I'm getting here. I can't. There's something blocking, something stopping, but you want to make that forward movement. But there's an understanding that I have to wait. For others of you, I get a sense that you want to start some sort of new project. Some of you may want to do something on YouTube. You may have Aries in your chart, because Aries had that come up as well. You know, there's something you want to put out online. And I feel that in the now, you will do that, you know, during this time, from now until the ending of March. There's something you're going to be broadcasting online, maybe some sort of podcast, maybe it's something on the internet, a new YouTube channel, a blog is what I'm getting. And you're going to have that, you know, forward movement to go and do that. And then we also have, for your advice, a new romantic cycle begins, a new moon in Libra. So for some of you, we are experiencing a new moon in Aries, and Aries and Libra oppose each other. There's something about you waiting for a dust to settle in order for you to connect with someone again. And again, going back to the Star card, which is the Aquarius card, you are in isolation in the now, but you have that inner knowing that once this cycle, you know, clears, once this cycle ends, then I will connect with that person, because you have that hope as well, Sagittarius, that that person isn't going anywhere, and you will want to make a move towards them with the Chariot card. But in the now, you're in the energies of learning that, you know, things go in cycles, or things come in cycle. And when that cycle comes again, when that situation or opportunity comes around again, I will seize it. But for now, I have to just, you know, wait. I have to heal myself. I have hope. I have trust in the universe, because I feel like some of you are really trusting in the universe in the now. But you understand that for some of you, you can't be with the person that you want to be with the Star card, but you know that when that opportunity or when that cycle comes around again, you will be. There's something to do with a Libra individual, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus, or there's an energy of a new moon in Libra, and Libra is the planet. Libra is the sign of love, as well as Taurus, both ruled by Venus. So whenever there's a Libra moon, full moon or new moon, there's always that sort of romantic, you know, vibe that I feel anyway, and I'm sure some of you feel that. So maybe something around a new moon in Libra, something will occur between you and a love partner, or some of you may connect with a love partner during that time. But that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. In terms of work, I'm not really, you know, I'm feeling more that this is to do with you. This is more spiritual. You're really coming into yourself. You're really getting in touch with yourself more spiritually, because you have time to really ground yourself and assess what you want out of life, is what I'm getting here. You are thinking of love, but at the same time, you've put a pause on love, right? And this is a time to take a step back. I feel some of you are doing, and really nurture yourself through a lot of meditation and prayer. That's what I got for you. So fire signs, I will speak to you all soon. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Peace out.